we tend to focus a lot on who we put on teams as opposed to the process of the team itself. In other words, the how. How are teams communicating? How are teams going through the process itself? And those factors are really what's most important. My research focuses on one of those important factors, and that's conflict management. Conflict management is really at the heart of how teams perform well. It gets at several of the other really important pieces of the team performance process, which includes things like open communication, trust and respect, something we call psychological safety, which has to do with whether or not I'm willing to take risks by challenging you and even admitting sometimes that I might not know the right answer to something. These are the factors that contribute to whether or not I'm getting something out of the team interpersonally and then willing to be motivated to contribute my all to the team, and also to whether or not we're getting better over time as a team. And those, of course, roll into the overall performance of a team. Many teams, of course, have to function well in terms of their interpersonal processes as well as the task processes themselves. All teams are going to have conflict, and they have to balance both whether or not they can manage that conflict with whether or not they like each other and the conflict over the task itself. One of the things we notice is that some teams make trade-offs on whether or not they're going to manage harmony, that is, that interpersonal process, or managing the task conflict itself. And that's where some teams fall into trouble. In this webcast, what we'll do is we'll talk about how to manage both, whether you're a leader of a team or a team member, and not to sort of move down that pathway of sort of sacrificing one for the other, which is where teams really get into trouble and end up into that sort of dysfunctional box, and sometimes, frankly, aren't able to manage either. So I hope you'll join us.